What is up, guys? It is Joe. I'm back again. We're talking about the Cats, baby. We're not just talking about basketball. We're not just talking about football. We're going to have a heart-to-heart and talk about all of it. It is time to break down the Cats. Now, before I get into the meat and potatoes here, if you like K-State athletics, if you like K-State sports, basketball, football, anything under the sun, this is the place for you. Be sure and consider subscribing. Once we hit 2,000 subs on the channel, I'm going to be giving away a lavender quarter zip, so be sure and be on the lookout for that as we near 2,000. But guys, I'm going to be honest. This one's going to be a heart-to-heart. This might even be a little bit of a, not an interrogation, but that's the vibe I want it to be a little bit. I'm not usually the one to talk about this. I'm not usually the logical one. I'm not usually the smart one. I'm not usually the guy that's, really going to be the guy that's going to talk about money. Not going to be that guy. Today I am. And there's a reason for it. There's a reason I will talk about it today, and I'll explain it as we go along here. K-State fans, we all know we're a part of it. We're a part of that community. We are some of the most passionate and headstrong, not headstrong in a negative way, but passionate and determined fans in the entire country. We care about K-State like it's life and death. I mean, it's everything to all of us. I'm not saying that we're unique in the sense that nobody else is like that, but you don't have as many people say Kansas State fans are the best in the world without it being true. Genuinely. You've all felt what it feels like to walk into Bramwich in a packed crowd. The energy's jumping. They're playing Sandstorm. Everybody's amped up. And it's time where people start jingling their keys. You all know the feeling of walking into the Bill on a beautiful Saturday morning, 11 a.m. kickoff. And you've got, Joker and the Thief playing through the stadium. You've got all your boys. You've been drinking beers in the parking lot. You're out there supporting your dogs. We all know what that feels like. Today's video, I wanted to focus on that a little bit and take it into something practical in a way that we can all help K-State. Here's what I'm saying with that. Guys, we can absolutely affect K-State through NIL. We absolutely can. Please do not think that, oh man, I'm not going to donate a ton of money, just be a little bit so it won't help. Please don't think that. The reason I bring all this up is to say this. Wildcat NIL, it's the official NIL collective of Kansas State Athletics. This was a breakthrough a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago at this time. Time is, relative, so I lose a little bit of it. But Wildcat NIL has been doing some kick-ass work for K-State athletics. They've been pumping out different things, whether it be, gas up, fuel up for the Cats. I forget the exact name, so I apologize if that's not right. They've got different things going on with Home Field Apparel, one of like 4 collectives in the country that are actively partnered with a discount code that supports the NIL collective. They do a ton of different things, including the Golf Classic. They've got 1,000 different things under the sun. Guys, I saw a tweet this week that made me want to talk about this. So Wildcat NIL posted and basically said, hey guys, we've got 430 donors, I should say, and by the time we reach 500, once we hit 500 donors at Wildcat NIL, we'll get a check written for $100,000 from a majority donor. That's massive. 100 G's is big, folks. I almost felt disrespected a little bit, and I mean this in the nicest way possible. I'm not trying to count anybody's pockets. I'm not trying to count your wallets. I understand that money sucks in general. It's a lot of money always, in different things in life, but here's the thing I'm starting to think about. Guys, 430 people is less people than I anticipated donating to Wildcat NIL. I mean this in the nicest way possible. This isn't a heart-to-heart, money shaming anybody, because I know I'm just a kid that graduated college. I understand that I have zero money, but I also understand the reality of the situation with NIL. Guys, K-State has more than enough passionate fans, alumni, students, everyone associated with Kansas State. We have more than 430 people that are willing to donate to K-State. We do. Absolutely. Whether that be the fact of maybe we haven't impacted the right people in the right ways yet, or we haven't pitched it in the right way, or whatever the case is, K-State Athletics has more than 430 people out there willing to give $10 a month. We have so many more people than that. So I wanted to make this video to not only encourage donors, but also break down how logical we can get from point A to point B. Now, hear me out on this. I know that certain topics on this channel do better or worse than others, and I'm not trying to say that this is going to be my biggest video of all time. It's not trying to say it's going to be small. On this channel, and I'm incredibly blessed for it, and I appreciate each and every one of you for doing it, we average roughly 1,657 views per video. I've posted a total of 86 videos, and that's the average for all the videos. When you think about what it takes to get to 500 people supporting K-State Athletics, I'm not saying that there's 500 people out there right now watching this video that could pick up their checkbook and donate, but I'm also not saying that's not the case. What I'm trying to do is kick the can down the road a little bit to say this. Folks, if 70 people that watch this video, assuming we hit our average, I don't know what the case is going to be, but 70 people watching this video that may not have heard of Wildcat NIL, that may not think that their money matters, may not think that they can help Wildcat NIL in whatever cases, like people in that, well, my $10 a month isn't going to get us a national championship. Hold that thought. if just 4.2% of the people that watch my videos considered calling and donating to Wildcat NIL, they'd hit that 500 spot, the 500 donor mark. We're at 430 right now, and get 100 G's like that. $100,000 to the NIL collective. Now, I know what you're thinking. There's NIL collectives that are like, oh, $40 million donation from this place. That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Folks, we don't have $40 million to toss around all the time. But we have absolutely more than 430 people willing to donate less than the price of a Netflix subscription to their college athletics team. Absolutely. I don't question that. Now, my thing that I wanted to say here is that, Wildcat NIL has been doing a ton of different things to try to appeal to different people, try to get the information out there of why you should support NIL, what it can do for people, and all that stuff's out there, man. We all know what Wildcat NIL, what NIL money as a whole can do. What I think we all can take a better step in is understanding that your money matters. Your money absolutely matters. I don't care if it's $10 a year or if you're jumping on, you're donating $1,000 a month, which if you are, shout out, you're a real one for that. $10 a month breaks down into $120 a year. Guys, if I told you right now, and I'll continue on this thought, but if I told you right now that for $120 a year, you write a check one time, $120 a year, you don't see it, it goes to K-State Athletics. If you could field an NCAA tournament team and you could win at least 8 games in football and maintain good players like an Avery Johnson, maintain guys like Chris Kleiman, keep people in the basketball staff like Jerome Tang, you would sign that check so fast and it would be out the door tomorrow. $120. And I don't want to break it down and say that you have to donate $120. You have to donate $10 a month. You have to donate $25, $50. There is no limit to what you should or could be willing to donate. And I appreciate that and anyone who does consider it. I also don't want to make it sound like I'm crapping on us for not having many donors. 430 people donating money each month is incredible. And I appreciate each and every one of you passionate people that are doing that. But I also know there is thousands of people that use message boards when it comes to On3 or 247 Sports. Heck, it is March Madness right now. I know everybody watching this video that is paying for subscription service like ESPN Plus, Fubo TV, any of those different streaming packages, Paramount Plus. Guys, that stuff costs $40 a month like that. I, for one, hurt watching K-State miss the NCAA tournament. And I know that me donating $120 might not make it like that. But the fact that I can do that, my friends can do that, my family can do that, everyone around you can and is able to do that. To an extent, obviously, if you're not, don't donate what you can't donate. I don't, force yourself if you don't have the financial backing for that or whatever the case is. But guys, I want us to stop thinking of it as it won't matter too much. Every single cent, every single dollar raised entirely supports Kansas State athletics. That's how you get to NCAA tournaments. That's how you get to the college football playoff. Because if we don't have enough money to retain guys, you won't field a championship team. If you don't have enough money to bring guys in, you won't have a championship team. And that's the reality of NIL money. It is. Another thing the Wildcat NIL does that I think is pretty sick is the Cats Talk interviews. Sorry, it's a little bit of a mouthful. If you haven't seen them, check it out. There's one with Avery, there's one with Coach Tang, and it's kick-ass. It's hosted by Curry Sexton. Shout out Curry. He's a good dude affiliated with the organization. One of the founding members, a guy that's really done a lot of great for K-State athletics. Obviously, former player too, so shout out Curry in that sense. But Jerome Tang talked about how with the amount of passionate people we have, he absolutely has no doubt that there's 10,000 people, alumni, graduates, people that care about K-State, whatever the case is, 10,000 people willing to donate $500 to K-State a year. Guys, that is $5 million. That's a huge number. That is your NIL budget, every single portal. You have $5 million in your budget at your disposal each year. You can field a championship team. And I'm not sitting here saying, guys, you should donate $500 today. If you can, that's incredible. You would get rewarded heavily. A lot of great things there. But what I'm saying is that there is absolutely no reality where there's only 430 of us passionate enough to care about Wildcat NIL, care about K-State athletics like that. I just want us to put it into perspective what that money can be going towards. If you save one DoorDash, you don't DoorDash one. I mean, shoot, you DoorDash, it's $30 because you have to have delivery fees and stuff. But guys, you skip out on a Chipotle bowl one time, there's your $10 for the month. You helped K-State athletics field a championship caliber team. $120 a year, if you want to think of it that way. And then you think about, okay, well, maybe just me shouldn't do it. I don't want to be the only one to do it. Guys, if there's 70 people to do this, it's $100,000 to the budget. 70 of us. We can find 70 people, whether it be in the comments of this video or the viewers or even just K-State fans that haven't quite heard or been encouraged as to why we should consider donating to NIL. This is a legit thing. This is something we can absolutely do to help. Now, this video is not sponsored by Wildcat NIL. They haven't contacted me about this, but I've just been thinking about it the last couple of days because I saw that post and I was like, really, 430? Like, we can do better. Guys, this channel has 1,500 passionate people that care about K-State athletics enough to subscribe to this channel. I know that's free, so it's a different thing. It's not just a, you don't have to pay to be subscribed to this channel. But there's already 1,500 people that care enough to see something basically daily about the team they love. With the different packages, and you can go through all the different packages. There's $10 packages, $25 packages, $50 packages, and a Cats by 90 package. If you want to donate $90 or more a month, shout out for the naming. That's a good idea. You get access to different things, like you get the newsletter, you get to support the athletes, you get player content, you get game day updates, everything going on. For different packages, you get some gear, some different swag. You can wear hats, tumblers, coolers, all this different cool stuff. And even for like the $90, I think it's the $90 one, you also get player interviews annually, I believe. For $90, you get the Wildcat NIL polo. You get recognized on the website. You receive one player-signed item annually. That's pretty awesome. The other thing is that you can also pick the sport you want to support. That's a bar, by the way. That's a fire line. If you're a basketball guy, donate $90 to the basketball team. If you're a football guy, donate $90 to Avery Johnson and the boys. You have the power to pick that. It doesn't get distributed to different things. You have the power to do that. Guys, I don't mean to just sit here and rant about how we could be doing better, but 500 people donating $10 a month is something so achievable. We can do that, guys. Absolutely. You think about how much that drives your NIL budget. You think about how many people we can find out there that can and are able to donate and considering, but haven't quite either gotten up to the message yet or understand like, oh, these players shouldn't be getting paid. Guys, that's the way that this works. That's the way NIL works. That's the way college sports works. And I, for one, understand that if you want to make difference, if you want to make a change, the way you keep guys around, the way you get good guys in, you got to raise money. I'm not trying to say all this to say like, we have to do this for XYZ reason or for this player, this player, this player. But you think about the difference that $100,000 could make this season. This portal cycle right now, that's a big deal. You want to bring in a guy that averages 15 and 8 off the rip rather than a guy that's averaging 10 and 4. I'm not saying that 100 G's is the difference in that. I'm not saying that it's $15. I'm not saying that it's even a money thing. But as of right now, it takes 70 people for us to at least unlock another $100,000 to the NIL's disposal. That's a big deal, and we can absolutely make that happen. So I encourage each and every one of you to consider donating. Guys, it's $10 a month if you want to help. If you want to donate more, we appreciate that. I'll even offer in one more damn thing for myself. If you donate and you tag me on Twitter, you tag me on social media, whatever social media you have me on, if you screenshot that and you say, Joe Tillery, I became a monthly donor this month, I'll buy you a beer. I'll go to a K-State game. I'll pick one out for the season or, whether it be football or basketball, and I'll go through and I'll buy each and every person that signs up a beer. We absolutely can do good on this. We absolutely can affect Wildcat NIL. And this probably won't be the last time I talk about it, but I just wanted to make this video today because I fully believe in the great people they have there. I fully believe in the great message they have there. Guys, 70 of us, we can do this. 500 of us, we can do this. 10,000 of us, one day we can do this. But it doesn't happen if you don't lay the first brick. That's all I want to say. So I don't want to keep, barking your ear off too much about donating money. But guys, please consider doing it. Obviously, you don't have to if you don't have the funding or whatever the case is. If you're, a little tight on funds, I totally understand. Don't pledge something if you're not in a financial spot to do that. But if you can, these are the dudes to help out. And it does help us field championship caliber teams, and you will see that input soon. $100,000, that's what we're shooting for. We want 70 people right now. If we can hit 500, that'd be awesome. Guys, I'll make a video. We'll do something special. I haven't quite decided what. Maybe I'll post a poll and we'll talk about what the special reward could be for that. But we can absolutely get this thing to 500. So guys, I'm encouraging each and every one of you to pick up the phone or pick up your phone, go online, go check out Wildcat NIL and join the club, my friends. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will talk to you soon. Go Cats.